Hey guys, welcome back to Rick's Car and Bike Maintenance, Repairs, and Adventures. And today, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the results of all the work I've been doing on this bike, on the carb cleaning and replacing of O-rings. And what I found was I've put about 4,200K on it since that time, and did have to pull the carbs twice to make sure they were clean, and the O-rings that were dried out were replaced, and it's been running perfectly now. So the nice thing about it is all I got to do to run it, get it started, is just give it a little bit of throttle. I don't even need to use the choke at all. A little bit of throttle, hit the start button, starts up, idles really well, and warms up quickly, ready to go. So really happy with it. And I just want to show you one of the additions I added to this thing was just the palm rest here. As you can see, these things are really good. They do a great job. They're about 10 bucks, 10, 15 bucks at your local dealer, or get them on Amazon or eBay or something. And this one's nice because it's really wide. The plastic is pretty firm. Some of them are thin strips of plastic. They're not good because they're really flexible, and so it doesn't really help your hand very much. You still kind of have to apply some pressure with your fingers, and that's the whole thing about them, why they're so good, is because when you get your hand on here and your palm just rests on here, and you can adjust it, you just roll it up if you want to go, if you're going faster obviously, or turn it right around to the bottom like this if you want it completely off, and then you're just in complete control of it with your hand. But you turn it up this way to get, for when you're on the highway and things like that. But they do a great job. 10, 15 bucks. A lot of the more expensive ones that you have, a locking one here, they don't work that well. They slip, or they're kind of a hassle to turn off and things like that. And they're very expensive. So, and electronic ones are, can run into hundreds and hundreds of dollars by the time you buy it and get it installed, perhaps, if your skills aren't up to installing something like that. But they're great. They do a great job. Really helps with those long days. So again, you can relax your fingers when you're riding, right? Stretch them out, move around. It helps a lot when you're putting in the big days. Anyway, so the only problem that happened was about 300 kilometers ago, the sort of the carbs were leaking a little bit. And, there's 4 carbs in this machine, and I'll just take you around here and show you what I'm talking about. And because the carb kits I ordered didn't arrive in time, so what happened was I basically just had to make do. And normally, if I had the carb kits in time, I would have replaced the float bowl gaskets. And down here, at the bottom of the carbs, you have your float bowls, right? And there's a gasket up inside here. Now, the good thing about it was that of the 4 carbs, there was really only 2 carbs that were seeping a bit of gas. So this is number 1, and then number 3. Now, number 3 is a tough one. You can't really get the carb bowl off to replace the gasket without pulling the carbs again. And I've done that twice. I'm pretty good at it now, but I didn't really want to do it again. So what I decided to do was I would just be able to get this bowl off, which you can do quite easily. There's a screw that holds your idle control. There's just a little screw under here, so you can take that out. This will drop down, and then you've got your 4 screws here in to hold the float ball on 1, 2, and then 2 more in behind, and you can access those. Another reason why you don't crank on them when you're tightening them up, if you've removed the carbs to clean them, don't crank on the screws. For one thing, you'll potentially strip them and then have a nightmare trying to find screws again, or have to drill things out and stuff like that. But just put them in firm enough, but not too tight that they're easy enough to get out. So fortunately, that's what I did when I pulled the carbs a couple times. And so I was able to get that float ball off, replace the gasket when my kits finally arrived. And now, as you can see, it's perfectly dry. There's like nothing leaking from that one. So carb 3 still has a little bit of seepage, but you know what? I'll see if I can run it till the end of the season, and worry about maybe doing that in the winter time when we got time on our hands and need to do some stuff on our bike. So that's the situation for now. Anyway, yeah, it's a great bike. I've been loving it, enjoying it. Like I said, I've put 4,200 kilometers on it so far this season, and having a good time with it. No complaints at all. But anyway, if you have any questions or anything, please put them in the comments. Please share the video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll do my best to keep getting out some good videos to you that will help you with your bikes or your cars. And stay tuned for some upcoming videos. Hopefully I'll be able to get them out more regularly now that summer's coming. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day, guys. We'll catch you later.